Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first Tiny Farm Tuesday. It's the thing I've wanted to do for a while, and so I figured let's start now. This is pretty much how I start. I wake up when I don't really brush my hair or anything, and I put on a sweatshirt, and I go see what the chickens are up to. Usually they're angry with me, so let's see what they have to say. Morning, chickens. Any eggs? Alright. You got watermelon. Lucky girls. Alright. And we got one egg, which is pretty normal. They lay their eggs in the afternoon. Ooh, this one is still warm. Very warm. Yeah, so the chickens get kind of antsy if I let them out before they've laid their eggs, because then they can't decide if they want to be outside or in the nesting box. So they're just gonna be really annoying right now. This is their herb garden. That's oregano that this one's eating. And I grow oregano because apparently it's pretty much as effective as a synthetic antibiotic for chickens. You can put it in their water. I let these guys just kind of eat it. We had to protect it for a while so they didn't eat the whole thing, but it's gotten big enough that they just kind of eat a few leaves whenever they want. And then this is our lavender, which I'm really happy with. All of the buds are drying out now, but the bees love lavender. So it brings the bees to the garden, and it just does really well here next to the chicken coop. Also, what's doing well are a bunch of things we didn't plan to grow. Brandon discovered this guy. Sorry, you gotta look through the wire here. This is a tomato plant, and we did not plant it. This is behind the chicken coop, and it must have come from a tomato seed, because we give the chickens leftover scraps from the kitchen, and sometimes that includes tomatoes. But look at how massive this thing is. I have no idea what kind of tomato it is, but it's definitely a tomato plant, right? I don't know. Let me know what you think. So another surprise volunteer came up next to our avocado tree. This is our baby avocado that we planted, I think also in February, maybe March, I don't remember now. But it's not doing too hot at the moment because we were on vacation and forgot to ask somebody to water it. But we're gonna see if it'll make a comeback. But down here, these are all weeds, but here you can see this is another something, either it looks like a zucchini to me maybe, or pumpkin. Probably zucchini, because it looks like the zucchinis we grew last year, but we fertilized this avocado tree with the first batch of compost that I had finished, and there's a chance that there was just a zucchini seed or something in that compost, and it kind of just took. So maybe we'll grow a big giant zucchini next to this avocado tree. We'll see what happens with that as well. Clearly the weeds love it, so there's something good happening over here. So this is a compost setup. It's got, this is Easter basket filling that's in here right now, because this is all just paper, so I'm just composting it. But we put our food scraps in here and then cover it with a little bit of wood shavings, and every once in a while I hose it down to kind of make it shrink in volume. But every once in a while we get stuff that grows out of the compost bin, and so I tried to save some, and it got really big. And they started out as just like little teeny leaves and sprouts that were about this size, and now we have this whole big plant that seems to be doing really well. And we don't know what it is. It looks like it's definitely some kind of cucurbit, so like a pumpkin or a squash or maybe cucumber. It doesn't look like cucumber to me, but we'll find out what it is when it starts flowering and fruiting maybe. But yeah, clearly we're not very good at growing stuff that we're trying to grow, but stuff that we don't try to grow grows really well. Oh, they found an apple. Oh, they're probably gonna get drunk off that apple. The apples that fall from this tree. Yeah, I hear ya. They fall and then they kind of start rotting, but part of that process is turning the sugars in the apple into alcohol. So They can get a little drunk off the apples sometimes. They're just having a little party. Excuse me. Thanks. Alright, I think that's it for this week's episode of Tiny Farm Tuesday. Tune back in the next time I decide to do this, and maybe the chickens won't be so bitchy. Oh, see ya. Bye.